Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good day. This is Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming, and I want to welcome you to my channel. I did a little thrift shopping today, so I wanted to share my finds here today. I went to a little local thrift store, and it's just a mom and pop store. So I go there usually on Saturdays because by the time, I work during the week, so by the time I get home from work, they're closed, and they're closed on Sunday, so the only time I have to go there is Sundays. So anyway, I went by today, and really just purchased a few things, and then she gave me something. So I'll show you everything as we go forward here. But the first thing I have here is this book. It's a country flower drying book, and it's got dried flowers on the front. And really what I liked about it was the pages. Here's the back, and here's the front. And I just liked the the pages, because even though they're black and white, and I'll show you, even though they're black and white, there's a floral, kind of drawing or sketch on every page. So I felt like it was something I could really get a lot of use out of, because I can use every page either in a journal or, make some ephemera out of it, like, cut out the flowers and make journaling cards, or I can make some envelopes or some tags, do some collaging. There's just so many things I feel like I could do with this, and I just really like the way it looks. And I like the fact that it is a vintage book. It is, let me see, I think the copyright is, sorry about that notification. The copyright is 1988. So that's one thing I got. And then these right here, let me put this to the side so you can see clearly what the patterns are on here. These are some wrapping papers. They came like this. They weren't in a package, like wrapped in clear plastic or anything, so I'm not sure if they're vintage, but I just really, some of them look vintage, and I just really like the patterns on these. She had more, but these were my favorite, so I just got these few right here. But I really like this pattern. This is my favorite right here. This is wrapping paper, and it has like these butterflies on it. I love it. First of all, my favorite thing on here is the florals. And then they have these butterflies like this right here, and little birds. And I just thought this was so pretty with these colors and everything, the greens and the kind of yellowish golds and this pinkish color. I just thought it was really pretty. And then this one is a garden theme wrapping paper. This one has the butterflies in the different colors, which I think is really cool. In the background too, with this light blue and white. So I thought that was pretty. And this one too looked it looks vintage. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it is, but because it wasn't in a package. But I just really like the look of this, the vintage look of it, even if it's not vintage. I just don't know if it is or not. So those are the wrapping papers that I got today. And then just some fabrics. And I had been looking at these fabrics for a while and never got them. And I just kept telling myself I don't need them. I have plenty of fabric. But I just love these fabrics. And I can just picture them on a spine. So I wanted to go ahead and get them, because I would be sad if I went in and they were gone. And so I decided, since I love them so much and I would be sad if they were gone, that I should go ahead and get them. And so I did that today. And so this is the pattern on this one. And I just thought it was really pretty. And so I got that one. There's like 2 pieces here. So quite a bit of that. And then the next one is this floral. It's I like the colors on this. It looks vintage. I have no idea if it is. But I just like the colors here of these apricots and blues and things. They just, so that apricot color just really pops, and I think it is so pretty. It was calling my name, so I got that one, and there's quite a bit of that one too. different pieces here. So that will be come in really handy. I could use that as a cover or on a spine. And then this one was my favorite. And this one is kind of, I don't know, I have no idea how old or new it is, but I got a mid-century modern vibe from this fabric. I just really thought it was pretty. Let me open up a piece for you and show you. Here's this piece. I just thought it was so pretty. I love bright colors, so this was just right up my alley. So I got this one. There's quite a bit of this one. There's a big piece here, so you can see more of the pattern. Just so pretty. I just love it. Just love it. So these were my favorites out of all. She has quite a bit of fabric, but those were my favorites that were calling my name. I ran across this little doily in her shop, and this I'm going to wash. It's a little dingy, so I'm going to see if I can get that clean and bright. But I thought it was pretty with the blue and the white color there. I got that. And then she has quite a few of these trims. And this one was my favorite. It is like, has fruit on there. You can see strawberries and I guess those are apples. I'm not sure, but it's a fruity looking trim. And it's thick. So I thought that was really pretty. And I just love the colors. So I got that. So that's all I bought. And then as I was checking out, I was telling her how the girl there, we've gotten to be friends. And since I go in almost every week. And I was telling her how last night I was cleaning out a drawer. And I was moving around my baby book. My parents had given me my baby book from when I was born. And so I was looking through my baby book. And the box, my mom kept it in the box that it came in, and she wrote in it and has little mementos in there. But she also, one thing she had in there was all the little baby cards from the gifts that she received when I was born. And I was looking through them and I was just amazed. I don't know if I hadn't seen them before. I forgot that they were in there. But there's all these little, and I'm going to do a separate video on that, just to share those because I think they're so cool, and you know, I'm going to keep them for my own personal collection, but I just think they're so cute. So I will share those with you in another video. But I was telling her about that because she runs across things that she gets for her shop, and she said, if you ever, you know, if there's ever anything you're looking for, let me know and I'll keep my eye open for it. But I told her about that. I was like, I told her if you ever run across any of those little baby cards, I would be, you know, interested, because I, you know, was looking on eBay and they're a little bit pricey, a little bit more than I would want to pay. And she gets really good deals on things. So she reached below her counter and she said, you know, I have these. Let me show you what I have here. And she reached and pulled out these baby books. And she said, I haven't put these out, you know, for sale or anything, because I wanted to give them to, I wanted someone to have them that would like appreciate them. And so she started like showing me them like this, and she showed me a couple pages in here, and there's another one over here that I'll show you in a minute. She showed me a couple pages in there, and she showed me this calendar. And I was like, well, how much would you want for those? Because, you know, like I said, they were just under the counter. They weren't out on a shelf priced or anything. And she said, well, you know what? I want you to have them. I want you to take them and have them. And I want to give them to you. And I was like, no. You don't have to do that. I just, you know, I didn't mean for her to give them to me. I just, you know, like I said, I asked her how much they were. And she just insisted on giving them to me. And I kind of tried to tell her I don't want, you know, I can't accept that. I want to pay for them. But she just would not take no for an answer. And she just insisted on giving them to me. And so I was very shocked and kind of delighted at the same time that she would give these to me. And she just was like, it's okay, you know, you know, I want you to have them. And she came over and gave me a hug, and it was so, I mean, she's just a nice person, nicest person. So, you know, I really appreciate that she gave these to me today. So I wanted to share these. But this is the first baby book that she showed me, and you can see the size. It's not, you know, really big or anything, but it's not tiny, teeny tiny, but it's not giant or anything. But it says Life Begins, has a cute baby on the front. It came in this plain box, and earlier I was looking for a copyright, and I believe it was 1940 on this one. Never used. So I'll just flip through the pages real quick. On this one, it has just some cute images and cute pages that could be used in a baby journal. So there's, I'm not sure if this, I guess it could be for a boy or a girl. There's a pink blanket on the front here, but then there's, you know, pinks and blues inside. So it can be used for a girl or a boy baby book, but just really, I just really thought these were pretty, you know, vintage images. And look at this baby right here, just so cute. And so I was just so, you know, amazed that she would give it to me, but I'm going to try to, you know, do something with it that would, you know, preserve it and help it to have a new life, you know, so someone else can write on these pages and just enjoy, and this book, this little baby book can live on in another way. So that's the first one. And then the second one is in another box. It's a blue box. It's like, this is the front of it. Tattletales, it says. And then this is the baby book right here. This calendar from 1946 was in there, and there's a few pages on here. It's a calendar that you hang on the wall. It's got a little hanger right here. So it's an old calendar. It has, I'm not sure if it, I think it has all the months on here. So that, I thought that was cool in itself. And then also in here, what she was showing me, she showed me this right here. I'll show you. She showed me this rattle. It's a baby rattle, or no, it's not a rattle. It's a teether. It's an old teether, and I guess it's from the 40s. And it's just kind of interesting because it looks like it was never used, for one thing. It has some string on it for some, I don't know why, if it came like that or what, but just they're so different now, of course. And this is kind of rubbery, so I just can't imagine a baby chewing on this. It looks like a piece could come off and the baby could choke on it. But anyway, this is apparently maybe how they made them in the 40s, so kind of interesting there. And then there are a couple other pieces of like ephemera in here, a postcard with a 1-cent stamp, and it's really pretty. It's, let's see if I can read this. Gateway to St. Michael's Churchyard in Charleston, South Carolina. So it's an old card, probably from the 40s also, and it's very pretty. I love the picture here and that gate. So very pretty. Here's the written part. I thought that was neat. There's a, let's see, there's a report card here from 1962 from a 10th grader. So we've got her grades here and where her parents signed and the grade chart there. So you can see it's numbers. So it's 4s and 5s and 3s. And this is the chart to tell you what percentage those numbers are. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's from a local school around here, so high school. This is a Vacation Bible School commencement. So this was quite a back in 1949. So quite a fancy little thing program for 1949 for Vacation Bible School, because I mean, I remember going to what was called Vacation Bible School when I was a kid, and it was just, nowadays there are, you know, big fancy kind of programs for Vacation Bible School at churches, I know, but when I was a kid, Vacation Bible School was just meeting at our church. Had the kids meet at their in their neighborhood somewhere, at somebody's house in their neighborhood. So like, I remember it was at my aunt's house, who lived on the next street. So we would go over to my aunt's house and have VBS. And so that's the commencement for 1949. But anyway, that was, I thought that was quite fancy for 1949 VBS. And then here's an envelope, old envelope from Ben Lippen Camp in Asheville, North Carolina. And in here are some like patches of, these don't look old, so I don't know if they really are or not, but they were in this old envelope from a camp, so I guess they could be, and just well preserved. They're felt. This one says first aid. This one says Bible study. This one says swimming. And this one says athletics. So those are cute and quite cool in this old envelope. And then, so that's everything that was in the box, except for there's some tissue paper in here. And, oh, you know what? There's a lock of hair in here, I think. This must be a lock of hair from the baby. So I didn't see that till just now. And there's a pencil. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. But here's the baby book, Tattletales. It's got some like little embossed duck and what is that, a clown and things like that on the front here. And it's like a greenish color. So here's the inside. It's got some little hinges here to hold the inside pages together. So I thought that was interesting. And then trying to see if it has this little poem here. And I'm trying to see if it has a copyright anywhere. I don't see one. I don't see one yet. Maybe we'll come across a date in here, but it's probably about the same era as the, well, the report card. Well, I don't know. That would probably be from when the baby was older, if that's for this baby. But so it's probably from the 1940s, possibly. But it's written on some of the pages, and some of them are not written, like you'll see as we go through. But really pretty images. Oh, here's copyright here, 1942. So this is 1942, right there. And then just, I think the handwriting in here is really nice. And then you can see like this one, there's no writing on. So, and it's got these, just these little blue, kind of like, almost look like bubbles around the edges. And then just different things like list of, this says flowers. This says congratulatory notes and telegrams. And so her list of things that she got when the baby was born. And then things about the baby. And then here's that's some more lines that are not written on, and pages, charts for the baby's growth, and just kind of a normal baby book, but really cute 1942 images on some of the pages. Here's baby's first haircut, the cute image there, and here's some more cute images. Birthdays and playmates, it says here. Here's something in here. This is another postcard. And it looks like also from the 40s. It's a 1-cent stamp. And this is a picture on the other side of Moonlight on the Lake, Western North Carolina. Oh, that's cool. And then these are neat. These are like retro, or I mean, not retro, actually they're probably vintage since they're in this book. But little pretty little images here of children. And on the back is looks like a little poem or story about Bobby's new red wagon. So that's cool. I love that. Here's some children praying at probably like Sunday school. And a thank you poem on the back. And then here's a little girl looking out the window at the sunset. It says He careth for you on the front, and then on the back a little music. So really cute. I love those. Wow, that's neat. And so here's some more pages without writing. And then we've got an envelope here, and this one I don't think has anything in it, doesn't feel like. So nothing in there but a cool little envelope that's on the spiral. And then a newspaper clipping, an unused postcard of, this was a hospital around here, supposedly. I mean, not supposedly, it was, but this is not the hospital anymore. But I think that building looks like maybe they turned that building into a school. There is one that looks like that around here. That may be, and it's not a current school actually. It's a school that like special children go to now. So if that's the building that I'm thinking of, but it does look like it anyway. That's interesting. Another postcard, and this postcard is from 1945, and up here it says free. So apparently this got to be sent without postage, and it says on this side USO. So I think that's probably why it got to, because it's from the USO, maybe that's why it got to be sent free. I'm not sure. Maybe that's how they did it then. Here's another newspaper clip, or we already looked at that. Newspaper clipping. It's just some little ephemera pieces of something. Not sure what they are, but maybe a note about the, there's something about a tooth on here. So maybe something about the baby that somebody wrote down, little notes on a scrap piece of paper or something. Some other things that may pertain to this child's life. This is maybe something like what did I see in here? Maybe something that the child did at church, like maybe a dedication. So that's, these are saved from, I'm trying to see if there's a date on here. This looks like 1967 for this one. A church bulletin, it looks like. And here's another church bulletin. It looks like the same church, but this is like a drawing of it, and this is an actual picture of it, so that's interesting. And this is a church around here, and First Baptist Church, Maine and Piedmont. So this is downtown. I'm just trying to think if that's still there, because it kind of doesn't look familiar. Like I know what the churches look like downtown, and this one I don't think might not be there anymore. I'm not sure. But this is 1946 bulletin here. And this paper feels almost, it feels thick, like almost like linen, but interesting there. And here is an envelope with, let's see what we have here. Vacation Bible School certificate. So this is an old one. The neat picture on the front opens up like this. That's neat. From this child's life, probably saved in her baby book. And then so we looked at that. And then this is just a little kind of journaling actually about what something that happened, or you know, something they did together. A mother, it says mother and the daughter's name here, mother and daughter, and a little story about what they did one day. So that's cool, some journaling. So that's right up our alley here. So that's it. So I just wanted to share those because I thought it was so nice of her to give those to me. I mean, she didn't have to do that. I would have paid her, but she just, you know, wanted to give those to me and wanted them. Really, she wanted them to go, the impression I got was she wanted them to go to a good home and to be something, you know, like, I don't know who else would want these besides somebody like me, you know what I mean? Like, I can do something with them, but, you know, she didn't want these, probably didn't want these to end up in the trash or something. So that's pretty cool that she gave them to me, and now I can share them and help them have a new life. So Thank you for watching tonight, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time. Good night.